All right, we have River right here. Say hello, River, to the camera. Go do a salute to the camera. All right, I want to give you all some idea of how you can work with your child and how to attack the child. So actually, River, let me have you stand over here more. Okay. Even with a very young child, let's say you have a 4-year-old or even a 3.5-year-old, and let's say the child knows that they're supposed to be doing a block, and you do a block with your front arm right there. That, right? So now he's already very good at it. He's done this for many times. But the mistake that we make as adults with a young child that isn't really fast yet, we don't do a good attack that they can get used to and get familiar with. So it's a mistake to do the attack too slow. Okay? And I'm going to give you an idea of how you can do it fast without the child messing it up. So if I'm standing right in front of River right here, it would be too difficult if I just go right from here. Now he can kind of handle it. He's done this for a long time. He's paying attention to me. But your average child would not be able to get that block up fast enough because there's not enough telegraphing. There's not enough of a warning. If he was a white belt and I did this, I would be discouraging this white belt. That white belt would not be succeeding. What I simply am going to do is I'm going to start with my right side back. If I'm going to be doing, this is like doing a right punch, right? Right here is like doing a right punch. And he needs to see me coming, he needs to see me step in because that teaches him to judge the distance and to judge the timing. Watch how fast I can do this block with him because he's already been doing this for a couple of years, right? Now the reason why I'm able to go this fast is because of how far away I am starting. That gives them a chance to see it coming. Just watch him. Ready? Go. Notice there was no problem. I was going fast. But you can see it because he sees my entire body coming in. Okay? So don't do the attack like right here in the front. We typically make this mistake as adults. We realize this is difficult for the child. We don't want the child to not do it fast enough. So we start doing a real slow attack and just kind of hold this here. And the child is not being challenged. It is important for him to be challenged. Now watch. For his level, I'll do it a little differently. I will give him less telegraphing because I need to challenge him even further. Alright, this is not for a white belt now. So here I'm going to be pretty close and I'm going to fake him a little bit. Alright, and then he has to judge when to actually do the block. Notice that? That's challenging him a little bit. So I can do that with any one of the moves. I can do it with a different block. Let's do an upward block. This one right here. There you go. So always start like this, so that way you already have the block started, and all you have to do is like finish the block. Okay? So same thing here. If I start from far away enough, it's easy for him to judge all that. And again, ready? Go. So don't go anywhere. So if I'm facing the camera, right, instead of me doing this and all of a sudden surprising the child with this, I start here, and I really try to do all the characteristics of an attack. I'm focused in on the student, and I come in. And I want the student to see this coming from way back here so they get good with judging the timing of it. Okay? You can do this with strikes too. That's how you can get your child to be faster with strikes, for example. Can you do a punch with your arm?
Yes, sir.
Good. And again, go. And again, go. Good. So once he gets good with that, he can learn to do that defensively. In other words, he has to do it right when I get there. All right? So I can make this bag kind of part of me. And I'm going to use my footwork, so he has to judge my footwork, and he's going to punch me when I come in. Good. And again. Go. Good. And again. Go. Good. Please do not do it like this. This is not fair. He has nothing to judge by. That's not how people move. He needs to see my feet moving in. The feet give it away. I start far away, and then I move into a space, and he needs to see my body doing this, so that way he can tell the timing. Notice that he's not missing it, and any other times, he's having a pretty easy time judging that because he can tell when I'm coming in. Alright, so that's one way to help your child with the attacks. At first, if you do blocks, tell him which block to do. Check that he's doing the correct block. Let me see the outward block once. Yeah, there you go. That's the extended outward block, but that's the one that you usually use. Yeah? And so again, I'm going to start far away. Since this is a left roundhouse punch, I start with my left arm way back here. Left foot is back, and I'm going to step in and do the strike. As he gets better, I'm going to become faster, and faster and faster. It's important to keep the student challenged. They want to do something that they can barely do, but they want to be able to succeed. They want to measure themselves up against other students or seeing if they can do it better now than what they did yesterday. Ready? I'm going to go faster now. Matter of fact, come over here and get a shot of River's eyes now. I want you to pay attention to his mannerism when I start bringing up the challenge. Here's first a big mistake we make. Ready? Go. I'm going too slow. The student already knows this. If I do this over and over, and you ask him how was class today, the student will say class was boring. Remember when you were a kid? After about 3 repetitions, this is boring. Now let me change that and look what happens to him. Does he look bored now? Notice the difference, right? So I got to keep him challenged. So a big part of it is knowing how fast your child is, how fast they can react. Even with a 4-year-old, if you have a child that doesn't stay focused on you, all right? Here's what you can do. You give them a small window of opportunity that they might miss if they don't pay attention. So punch the bag. Again. Now I'm going to only have the bag there for a moment and then it's gone again. That's how quick you gotta be. Ready? And see, now he's gotta look at me the whole time. Good. If your child is at a really low gradient and looks away completely, hold the bag there until he looks. The moment he looks, pull it away. That way he realizes he missed it because he looked away. Look away again, and then look forward. Oh, you missed it. That makes sense? But I'm not going to pull this away too soon because I want him to know he missed it. Right? So if a child looks away and I do this and leave, the child doesn't even realize they missed it. Right? I want him to realize it. Right? If he's now a little better, let's say he's done this for a little bit and he just looks away for a moment, oh, you just missed it, you got hit in the head. Right? Oh, good job acting like a beginner. That's very good, just like that. Do it again. It happens a lot. They look away for a moment and then they try to do it and they're still going to know, no, you should not have looked away. Until we get somebody that focuses like he does, now don't look away at all. Don't look away at all. Stay focused the whole time. Look, do you notice how he was twitching his arm there? He was ready to punch. He saw me move and bam, he was ready. He knows he can't miss. Notice that I always keep the bag together with my body. It's unfair to do this. That's not what he's judging. He's got to see my body move. Doesn't matter if it's a step or just moving with a shuffle, that doesn't matter. But what he's learning is to subconsciously judge the distance as I'm shrinking the distance. That's what he's getting good with. I hope this helps.